Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello, my lovely and amazing royalty. How are you? Let's get that boiling, scorching hot patty tea. If you like it cold, just hold the ice right now. But I also want to say happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to be recording this on the day. I was planning on doing another episode, and I will be talking about how Mr. Lakaki, yeah, he tried to be a stripper. Yeah, yeah, it's hilarious. It's like chef's kiss, petty, hilarious, and like the way that man forced me to be in a relationship with him, which is gonna kind of be this today's episode because yeah, it's getting even messier in my life. I try to mind my business. Normally, I mind my business and everything. I talk about politics. I talk about my dating nightmare, which is this is my dating nightmare. So, this is why, like, technically, I am minding my business, but I'm gonna be getting petty. Very, yeah. So, yeah, Rebecca. It's like, okay, that's not her real name, but yeah, she knows I'm talking about her with me using that. Yeah, Rebecca. I was planning on doing an episode for the women going for divorce and doing a whole series on advice on what not to do. Oh, but now I was like, the series is kind of evolving and changing even more because there's now a lot more episodes I have to do. And also, if you're going to call yourself an investigator, thank God you're not a journalist because, I would be able to, like, well, I mean, technically I could, yeah, so, and also, everybody just know once, like, because especially depending on how I feel, depending on what else she tries to do, yeah. Because this is one reason why black women, the 92%, know that even though you vote blue, doesn't mean you're with us, doesn't mean you're not a bigot. Because Rebecca is an outright bigot. Because you know what? Yeah, let's start with story time because I want you guys to know why I am doing this episode all of the sudden. Because I was going to talk more about heartbreak and more about like some of my Valentine nightmares and the things Mr. No Heart and Lakaki did. And she listens to this channel. She shouldn't be, but she's so desperate. She's so desperate that supposedly she looked at all my social media, but no, she was so lazy. She says and emphasizes on a lot of things that's not true. It's like she should be the cousin of Pinocchio because her nose should be growing 10 miles long by now with how big of a liar and bigot and scumbag she is. Yeah, and yeah, she would be the cousin of one of, no, I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that. But you know what? No, yeah. If she's related to the Orange Man's family, I wouldn't be surprised because with how vicious, awful, conniving, and vile she is, yeah, I see it. I see it. Because, okay, here's story time. Okay, guys? And I'm just going to say parts of the story now because, yeah, I want, like, I want her really, like, because after what she did to me, you're gonna understand why I'm gonna enjoy this. But I first let me give you the little tidbits or the pre story because as you guys know that I was I've been on the dating app since I broke up with Mr. No Heart, and I broke up with him a few months or about 6 months before I got diagnosed. And no heart knew that I walked oddly. And I mean, I knew in my heart that it was a disability or something I couldn't control, but everyone was telling me the pain was in my head. I was making it up and I was a liar. Oh, and Rebecca seems to know that I'm not lying because she's so desperate that, yeah, okay, sorry, I gotta, yeah, she's an awful, evil, conniving, no good, stupid bigot. Okay, but back to it. And so, guys, I've already told you the stories about how I broke up with him and how I think I told you, yeah, I told you how in October of 2023, all of a sudden he tries to write me. And he's trying to write me like, you still have me blocked on Facebook. Well, darling, yeah, that's how I make sure that you have nothing to do with me. And so he started looking me up on other social medias, just like Rebecca. Both of them are so bored in their lives. Some of them are regretting the mistakes and how they treat people in their lives that's the extent they have to go to. They hate themselves so much, and maybe they don't hate themselves, but it's just if you file for divorce with somebody, if you decide that you don't want to be with somebody and you treated them badly and everything like that to the point where they're celebrating being away from you, yeah, it's time to, just hang up the hat and move on. But no, then the thing is, you didn't have to move on because you already had a backup plan with you at home. And so it's crazy how instead of making that relationship better and stronger and learning from the mistakes you made with your ex-husband, yeah, it's like instead of doing that, you basically try to stalk me and you call it investigating, but it's like, and okay, guys, just don't, like, I met him on a dating app. We matched on a dating app. We first messaged each other and then we had virtual dates and we talked for hours, hours and hours. And it was great and amazing. And you guys know I'm a sapiosexual. And so it's like if you understood the level of conversation and especially this is why I tell you guys, talk about the politics, ask about the politics. I I met someone, I found somebody who, when I talk about politics, he he engages. He talks about it too. And sometimes he'll show me or message me like articles and things like that. And I'm just like about either a new topic or the same topic. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. Someone who gets me. And this is why I'm saying, like, we have a political system that is trying to force women to just pick somebody, settle with somebody. And like that's they're not telling men to do that because a lot of these men, they don't work on themselves just like Rebecca. Rebecca refuses to work on herself and make sure she's a better person for the person she has now. Yeah. So guys, yeah, if you're going to break up with somebody and divorce somebody, make sure that's what you want. If you want the counseling, get the counseling for yourself or for as a couple. It's like maybe it's like some of those self-help books are awful or terrible, but I mean, embrace, like, have a journal, do something. Try to learn about what you can do to improve. Practice your communication. Maybe spend time, do some bonding things. But especially if you're the one that filed and now the person that you're divorcing is now happy with somebody else. So, yeah, just know that. Don't know because I just don't think that I was like searching for this person. Is like I felt like he matched he was in my folder where he swiped right on me. I've told you guys, like, I stopped most of the swiping. Like, I mean, I know binge is a different monster, whatever, but with a lot of the dating apps, I don't do the swiping. I see who likes me because yeah, a lot of the guys, like, especially while trying to get my businesses together. That's right, Rebecca, as I get my businesses together. Because yeah, with her investigating, I'll get to that point, but yeah, it's like it's kind of funny with some of the things she said about me. But yeah, I'm I decided while on the dating apps, I did kind of take a break for like yeah, last year 2025. I kind of took I dated here and there, but at the same time, like most of those men were just either playing games or it's like they wanted me to be somebody who I'm not, and I'm not tolerating that. I'm not doing that. And some of them were shocked. They're like, "Well, you're disabled. So you're supposed to be desperate enough to get what you can take." I think Rebecca probably agrees with that after what she called me. Isn't that right, Rebecca? Isn't that right? Because, yeah, you're a bigot. So, okay, let me let you guys know what happened. And this is why I'm going to do a, well, I'm not going to do it every single day, but I'm here and there, I'm going to give some advice for the women who have broken hearts or they filed for divorce and those who might regret it or they broke up and now they realize that they had a good man, and or for the women who now you need to learn how to love yourself, embrace yourself, make yourself better, learn from your mistakes, and and celebrate the fact that you're moving on. Because each time I broke up with a man, I celebrated it. And that's why in 2025, remember guys, I had like 6 to 8 exes contact me. They were trying to get back with me. That's how I know I'm a good woman. So like when each of these men were like, I've never met a woman like you again. You were amazing. I didn't know what I had until I started back at blah blah blah, like dating this person or this demographic or this and that or whatever. I've never had communication like I have with you. It's like I've never met someone compassionate as you. It's like I remember when my child's birthday was coming up and you listened to my child so well, you helped me pick out the gifts. Yeah, it's really bad when the other woman when the woman is the one picking out the children's gifts that easily because I listened and they're like, "Oh my god, why do you have that? Why are you picking that out?" Because your child said that they love this character? Why are you picking that color? Because they say they love that color. And also, they said that when they saw you wear that color, one of the days they said that you looked awesome in it. And so, yeah, it's like, parents, listen to your children. Rebecca, maybe this is time. This will give you some time to listen and talk and bond with your children. Okay? Communication. It's vital. That's one reason why a lot of couples break up and divorce. So, and the way that you communicate and the things that you say are so atrocious and awful and rude and disgusting. No wonder he doesn't want you. The way you talk about people, the way you try to be as hurtful as, and you do such a terrible job because your research is terrible. Because I'll just say one, like, okay, this is one topic I'm going to talk about for the divorcees down the line. Financial literacy. Financial literacy. And Rebecca, I can tell that you are not that. I can tell you're not that. And when you accuse me of just trying to rely on my daddy's money, yeah, let's just say you're not that bright. Because that means how many episodes have you missed on? Because you picked and chose which episodes. And when you try to convince your ex to get a procedure so that he can't have any kids, or especially he can't have my kids, because you say that I'm going to try to baby trap him. Rebecca. Rebecca. And it's really funny because some of those exes from last year, they said that they wish they baby trapped me. And Rebecca, like, you really don't listen to episodes, do you? Because I've said, because you said that I keep talking about having babies. And I talked about how I'm so happy I did not have kids with Mr. Lockakey and Mr. No Heart. How I wish I met the love of my life earlier in life, but I didn't because my self esteem, especially because of the medical trauma, my family trauma, the heartbreak, and everything else, I didn't think I deserved love. I didn't think I deserved an amazing man, but I knew I didn't want to have kids with the men I was with. I mean, Mr. Lockakey trapped me in that relationship. You didn't listen to that episode, or if you did, you were excited and happy about it. Mr. No Heart had no heart and called his own children mistakes. So if you're going to blame me for not having kids with these men, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You're dumb. It's like some of these men say, "Oh, you should have had kids earlier. You shouldn't have cared." But then when women do have kids earlier, then they break up. Then the man wants to call them a garden hoe. Yeah, they want to call them out their name. But they always want to blame the women. And see, this is why I am upset with Rebecca. And it's like, because proves why Black women, we always have to watch our back. Because we always try to uplift everybody. We try to uplift everybody. We root everybody on because we get so much hate. We know how it feels. It's like we try to compliment, we try to encourage everyone. And that's one reason I talk about my story, so that the future, and also women my age, or even older, they can learn from my mistakes. Like if they're going through relationship battles, if they didn't invest their money, if they didn't get that bag, while, especially with the prenup and things like that, if they're struggling, if they're going through a relationship and that man isn't, or woman isn't giving them that love that they deserve, if they're always pouring into them and they're not pouring back, it's like a pitcher of juice, their pitcher's gonna run dry. You don't deserve that. You deserve to, be replenished with love and care and compassion. And it's like I could tell through some of the actions, which I'm gonna talk about later. I could tell that she was hurt. I could tell Rebecca was really hurt because I think she filed and I think she thought that she was going to be able to keep control over him. Oh, poor thing. Yeah, well, not poor thing. She's an idiot and a bigot, so I have no empathy for this soulless, awful, terrible, heartless, evil, conniving bigot. But anyway. Um, so yeah, let me go on and tell you what happened, because I could start a part two and talk, but yeah, let me tell, okay, Miss Rebecca and my my man, my man, they one of their kids had a band concert, a performance, and things like that, or whatever. And so yeah, they went. They both went separately, and stuff. And my man, he texted me like, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to respond to you until a certain time." And see, this is why I love our communication, because when we're going to be busy or whatever, we try to give each other a heads up. So when I saw that, because he was like, "Child has performance," and so I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay. I hope they do well. Let me know all about it. Yay!" And so later that night, I text him, and yeah, told me we needed to have a virtual date, and or at least, and said something happened. And I'm like, okay, yeah, something happened. Oh, okay. Because the way he texted it, I'm just like, okay. So, one, the child did amazing. He was proud of her. And he tried not to, you know, uh, respond or get too close to the ex and stuff like that. But yeah. And so, anyway, my man was walking to the car, while talking to his child. And next thing you know, for like the second or third time, Rebecca decides to try to convince him to get the procedure done to make sure I don't lock him with a child. And then she accused me of giving him an STD because he went to get tested, but honey, he got tested because of you. How many people have you? Yeah, it's none of my. I don't want to know the answer, but you're the one. You're the one. Okay, I'll just leave it right there. But just know it wasn't me. It was you. It wasn't me. It was you. So if you want to do your research, make sure you get your facts right. Thank goodness you're not a journalist because you would do a terrible job. And so anyway, it's like my man decided to, just ignore her and walk away. But then Rebecca decided, you know what? I'm just gonna list some of the things she decided to say in public out loud in front of yeah. First, she decided to yell out my full government name. And it's like, okay, were you on my social medias? Like were you on LinkedIn? Like, did you look at my resume? Like, what did you like? Are you that desperate? And I'm really asking that question right now. Rebecca, are you that desperate? It's like you're just showing that you need a hobby, you need to spend more time with your children, and the man that you've had this man for a while. So yeah, why don't you just try to have a better relationship? Like work on that, okay? Yeah, work on you. So yeah, yelled out my address, my full address, my full name, and then, huh. Oh, and then she had the nerve to say I'm unemployed, but I'm like, that's not what my job's. So are you gonna really investigate that? You didn't do a good job, did you? And also, you don't know all of the other things I do you? And yeah, you didn't pay attention to my episodes with my books, my published books. And also, she called me dumb because she decided to find this channel. That's why I'm making sure I say her. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, it's not her name, but she's going to know this is about her. So, but yeah. She yelled out my channel name and said I'm dumb and how no one listens, but then she doesn't know how I started my channel, why I started my channel. And yeah, it's like at first I decided to, market it a little bit because I was like, while I finish my novel, I can, get this started. But then I took a break because I'm like, you know what, let me wait until my novel's done. So you know what, yeah, now at least you can try to get a little bit of common sense research, because you're an idiot because you don't know what you're talking about, and you're that lazy that you don't try to confirm anything because you're that determined to try to feel special by demeaning other people. mm. But okay, let me continue because there's more. Because she's a bigot, because you know what, yeah, she decided to call me a derogatory name for the disabled community. That's another reason why I have no problem doing this episode. I have no problem saying everything that I'm saying about her right now. And this is why I say Black women, we always have to watch our backs. Because yeah, she might she might say that like a lot of colonizing white women, they must like, oh yeah, I vote blue, I'm a Democrat. They're a Democrat because they're voting for themselves. They only care about themselves. Just kind of like the women's suffrage and everything and voting rights and all, like whenever the white women wanted their rights, they asked black women for help, and they're like, don't worry, I got your back. And as soon as they got what they wanted, they dropped us. Yeah, she's one of them. And she might be like, "Oh no, but I'm not racist, no bigot." And like you might, if you weren't dating someone of the same complexion as me, you might have called me that word too. Yeah. But yeah, you didn't want to contradict yourself, did you? Did you? You probably were. Yeah, you probably kind of want to, right? Yeah, you kind of you're tempted, right? But yeah, she had the nerve to call me another derogatory term, like something I didn't even hear about. But then I did do a little research, and it's a term that they called like people in special ed in the 90s. Yeah. And so this is why we have to watch our backs, because if you're going to be that hateful, that hurtful, that awful, that terrible, and then she did all of this in front of her children and her man or her backup. Yeah. She did all of this out loud, like to them. Yes. So, Rebecca, I hope you're proud of yourself. Rebecca, I hope you think I mean, you must think you're the bee's knees because you picking on people like myself. I didn't ask to be disabled. And you know what? I'm trying to live my life and I'm trying to be independent. And the thing is, like, you had the nerve to say that I'm living off my, like, says who? It's like you don't listen to the episodes where I'm telling people how they can work more than one job, or how they can try to make different streams of income with their business ideas. Because oh yeah, it's like, and even yesterday when it's like, yeah, because guess what? I'm working on my businesses. I'm getting them all together. But I just realized that it's like I thought I had seven, but I'm gonna have about nine different streams once everything is together. So honey, boo boo, get your facts right. Get your facts right. And just know businesses take time. And especially, yes, I have a disability. Yes, it's like, did I have to spend almost like all of the money I saved? Like, because I was about to buy a house. So, but does that mean I don't have any money? No, even though I had to spend almost all of it to get diagnosed because doctors were too lazy, too ignorant and stupid and racist to properly diagnose me and to listen to me and acknowledge what I was saying. But no, you're in, like, you love being a bully. This is why, yeah, you should be like a Republican, but I guess since you know that a lot of DEI, a lot of these laws and stuff benefit white women the most. You're one of those women who, you say you voted blue and you probably wore one of those little bracelets saying, see, I'm not like the other white woman. No, you only did that for show. You only did that because that helped your image. You don't only care about yourself, you're selfish. Because if you have the nerve to say that name, it's like, and call me that name, you're a bigot. You only do things to benefit you. You only know how the Democratic Party helps you personally. You could care less about anybody else, because once you say that name and you blame me for your consequences, you blame me for your mistakes because you lost an amazing man. You blame me for your mistakes, your stupidity, your ignorance. Girl, bye. You are a terrible, awful human being. And that's in my opinion. This whole episode is in my opinion. But everything I say, at least I know what I'm talking about. And if you're going to try to do research, at least try to make sure what you're getting is accurate. So yeah, stay tuned, guys, because I'm going to have a lot to talk about this one. Because there's more things she said about me, too. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.